Can you retire at 60 with $500,000? Welcome back to Reflections and Real Talk, where we tackle your biggest retirement questions with practical advice. Today's topic: can you retire at 60 with $500,000 invested in a 70/30 portfolio of index funds and bonds? I'll walk you through how much money you could realistically live on each year, the risks involved, and some strategies to help make the most of your nest egg. Let's dive in. But before I crunch the numbers, let's set the stage for some key assumptions. You have $500,000 invested in a 70/30 portfolio, meaning 70% in stock index funds and 30% in bonds. You're planning for a 30-year retirement, assuming you live to be 90. You're not yet eligible for Social Security, which means your investments will be your main source of income for the first few years. You aim to withdraw sustainably to avoid running out of money. With that in mind, let's talk about the 4% rule. The 4% rule is a popular guideline for retirement withdrawals. It suggests that if you withdraw 4% of your portfolio in the first year of retirement and adjust for inflation each year after that, your savings could last 30 years. For a $500,000 portfolio, 4% gives you $20,000 in the first year. Can you live on $20,000 a year, or do you have another source of income to help supplement it? The 4% rule isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Several factors can impact how much you'll actually have to live on. Number one, market performance. 70/30 portfolio leans on stocks for growth. If the market has a bad year early in retirement, it could reduce your long-term returns. Inflation. 20,000 today won't stretch as far in 10 or 20 years. And taxes. If your investments are in a taxable account, you'll need to account for taxes on withdrawals. And let's look at a more conservative example. Let's say withdrawing 3.5%. That would only give you $17,500 annually. Is that enough? Let's say you're planning to retire at 60. So to figure out if $500,000 enough, you'll need a detailed budget, and here are some typical expenses to consider. Housing. Will you own your own home, or do you have to rent or a mortgage? Healthcare. Before Medicare kicks in at 65, you'll need private insurance. This could cost $500 to $1,000 a month, depending on your plan. Groceries and utilities. Basic living expenses tend to rise with inflation. Discretionary spending, travel, hobbies, and entertainment. So say your annual expenses total $40,000. With $20,000 from your portfolio, you'll need to cover the rest through Social Security or part-time work. Now, what happens when you reach 62 or later and Social Security becomes an option? Let's say your estimated benefit is $1,500 a month at 62, or about $18,000 a year. Here's how that math works out. 20,000 from your portfolio, 18,000 from Social Security is $38,000 annually. That's close to 40,000, but what about the gap? Delaying Social Security to full retirement age or even 70 could increase your benefit significantly. Let's talk about the risks and strategies to help your 500,000 go the distance. Retiring at 500,000 isn't impossible, but it does come with risks. The first risk is the sequence of returns risk. Poor market performance in the early years could deplete your portfolio faster. Healthcare costs. Medical expenses tend to rise as we age. Number three, longevity risk. If you live longer than expected, you could outlive your savings. To maximize your chances of success, here are some strategies. Number one, work part-time. Earning just $10,000 a year can significantly reduce how much you need to withdraw. Delay Social Security. Each year you wait past 62 adds about 8% to your benefit. Downsize your lifestyle. Moving to a lower cost area or reducing expenses can free up more of your budget. Also, you can use the bucket strategy. Keep a portion of your portfolio in cash or short-term bonds to cover 3 to 5 years of expenses. This reduces the impact of market downturns. So, can you retire at 60 with $500,000? The answer depends on your spending habits, health, and flexibility. If you keep withdrawals modest, delay Social Security, and stick to a budget, it's possible, but you'll need to plan carefully and be ready to adjust if life throws you a curveball. So, thanks for joining me today on Reflections and Real Talk. If you're in a similar situation or have topics you would like me to cover, please share a comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone planning for their future.